What is good, Osiris? Here, stuck in the middle. Thank you for joining. This time, I'm in the middle on a Jason Whitlock tweet. I respect Jason Whitlock a lot. This is not coming from any type of beef or hate type of position. I just will challenge his take here on what elites want to reshape America into. The tweet that Jason sent out, LeBron James, like other elites, is using racial division as a distraction as elites reshape America to be more like communist China. Elites prefer communism. Millionaire elites are protected by communism. They're the talented 10th W.E.B. Du Bois promoted. You're being played. The part that I want to focus on is where he says, as elites reshape America to be more like communist China. Elites prefer communism. So this could be I don't know. I don't think this is a semantics battle here that I'm going to challenge them on. What elites like that China has right now is authority. Everything we've seen in our country is about control. When we look at how we've handled the illness over the past year or so with lockdowns and mask mandates and mandates that don't even make sense when you look at the science and the data, because it's about control. That's why it doesn't make sense. It's authoritarianism that elites want. It's not communism, because when you're talking about communism, you're when you put that in practice, it's socialism. What have you seen in our country that is actual socialism? The people who are supposedly in DC that are far left, they have private security. There's nothing more capitalist than that. There's literally nothing more capitalist than being able to pay for your own police, private police force, that's what security is. That is capitalism. They're not socialists. They don't even operate as socialists. The trained Marxist that started the whole Black Lives Matter movement is in the 1% and is exceeding in capitalism and has deals with the establishment. They're not capitalists. This isn't socialism. We just learned some of this stuff. It's authoritarianism. So how does this go with elites? Elites are protected not by communism. Elites like LeBron James are protected by delivering a group of people to the establishment. It's very transparent when we get to voting season. Is LeBron James saying, here are the different options for us to vote for? You can go libertarian, you can go Green Party. I can't even say it without laughing. He's saying Donald Trump is a racist, vote or die, and then that means you have to vote for Biden, whether you like him or not, whether he's going to do anything for you or not. So that's what protects LeBron James. That's what gets him the deals. That's what got Patrisse Cullors her deals, is protecting that Democratic establishment. Now, keep in mind, when I say American establishment, that includes Republicans. But obviously, Ted Cruz cannot deliver the same demographics of people as Patrisse Cullors, Tamika Mallory, or LeBron James. So Ted Cruz is an establishment guy, but he can only deliver certain people, like in Texas, certain people who are pro-life. LeBron James is the one that brings a different demographic to the establishment. That's his protection. It's not communism. It's his role in using racial divisions to get people to buy into the Democratic left, and now you're in the establishment. China has been influencing our culture. There's no doubt about it. But what China's role that they've been playing in our culture is they've been taking cultural jabs at us. And China knows that we have racial insecurities that have never been dealt with in our country. So Chinese establishment is poking a needle on that, and it's causing our country to crumble within, to the point where I don't think there's any way out other than a peaceful divorce breaking the country up. And who benefits from that? Anybody in the world who is against America. And it's based on this race. They know We have racial issues that have never been dealt with. It's no different than a relationship. You've got something that's on your mind, you've been holding on to it, and it's going to explode. And people are like, well, that's not, and even including me, you're like, wait, that's not rational. You're not acting rational. It's not about being rational, it's emotional. People in their head feel like there's racism. People in their head feel like we've never dealt with slavery. Morgan Ortagus provided criticism. This is a US State Department spokesperson. She provided criticism of Beijing's Hong Kong policy. In reply, a Chinese establishment elite, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Hua Chunying tweeted, "I can't breathe." That was in response to George Floyd's last statements before he died. They know that, so they don't like the US stepping in on their Hong Kong issues. And they say, if you're going to step in on that, we're going to step in on your Black Lives Matter. And on top of that, the Democrats need Black Lives Matter to get people out to vote, like LeBron James, to get them into keep them in the establishment and not to rebel against the establishment. And then now what you're seeing is we just saw a bill, HR 51, passed in the House. We don't know if it's going to pass in the Senate, where they're trying to add another Democrat heavy blue state to get more senators. And they might be looking at expanding the Supreme Court with all Democrat justices, with 4 more Democrat justices. That is trying to create authoritarianism within our plutocracy, oligarchy, whatever you want, representative republic. So we still stand by, we're a democracy, but we're really going to be an establishment left, authoritarian controlled country. That's what banning Trump was about. That's what banning you, Jason, was about. That wasn't about communism. That was about authoritarianism, control. So that's where I just wanted to reply to that. And I don't know if he would agree with that or not, but I think he's off on that communism. He's going towards that socialist route. Don't be fooled. The definition of authoritarian: characterized by or favoring absolute obedience to authority. Dr. Fauci literally said, do as you're told. That is the literal definition of authoritarianism, as against individual freedom. So we want to pretend like we're this democracy, but we've had too much gridlock. We need to do this to start moving faster. Democrats are going to take control. We don't want to let Trump have a chance. So we have more Democratic states. No Republican would have a chance at the presidency for a long time. Democrats go on a string. I don't think that's going to happen because it's all going to backfire in the House. I think they're going to get slaughtered in the House, but I could be wrong. Democrats could be right, and all this wokeism and all that could get them the House. If it gets them the House, the Senate and president, they're going to rule that for, I think, over a decade at least. And we'll see how that goes. Who knows? Maybe that would be a good thing for us to move faster. I don't know. But that's the goal, Jason. Not socialism, not communism. Take care. Thanks.